Hello. Hi guys. Welcome to this really great video that we're going to talk about some really great stuff. Why, this is what we're talking about. This is a good one. Why you're screwing up your business. Why are you screwing it up? It's easy. I'm going to tell you why. It's really easy. I've got some really good, easy solutions. And listen, here's the thing. I'm seeing this happen in not only the boutique community, but also the LuLaRoe community. So there are some things, as much as boutique owners don't love LuLaRoe people, there are some things that are happening in both communities that are super similar. So, hey Janelle, welcome. How are you? I'm going to introduce myself. We got a lot of people here. Hi, happy Friday night. We are in Guatemala, so we're on actually mountain time. So I just realized, I was like, oh, it's almost 9 o'clock East Coast time. So I'm going to jump on. I haven't been on in a little while, but I'll reintroduce myself. Hi, my name is Emily Benson. I am the Forbes and InStyle featured founder of The Fashion Truck and Stylish and Successful. I also am the newest and coolest podcast host of the Boost Your Boutique podcast, available on iTunes and Stitcher. We've got 6 amazing episodes already up and going, so catch up if you haven't started listening, and I have so many more cool episodes coming up. I can't stop planning them. Oh my God. So here's the deal. Let's talk about this. If you're here or you're watching the replay, I'd love for you to say hi. Tell me where you're from. Tell me what kind of business you have. If you have a boutique business yet or a LuLaRoe business, tell me what's up with you. Okay, cool. So how are you screwing up your business? Are you ready for my secrets? Because I got some. And you guys, listen, I have been deep in the trenches with my one-on-one clients this past month and my membership group. And we're wrapping up 6-Figure Blueprint. So 6-Figure Blueprint is going to open again soon. So if you're looking to quit your 9-to-5 job and solely run your boutique business, 6-Figure Blueprint, you need to be in it. I'll give you more details about that soon. So here's the deal. How are you screwing up your business? So much of it is inventory. Inventory. Okay, so, sorry, I'm looking at my notes. Inventory. Number 1, you have way too much. You have way too much inventory, and you are crushing yourself in the weight of your inventory. Now, unless you're doing $1 million in sales a year, you should be very tight with your inventory, okay? And honestly, even if you're doing less than that, you should always be tight with your inventory. Guys, this is the reason that department stores are going out of business. Have you seen all the Women's Wear Daily articles? Okay, big department stores are closing stores because they are carrying too much dead inventory in all of those stores. That's why. It's not like retail's down, retail's bad. It's because they screwed up with their inventory. And they have all these stores that they have to buy full packs of inventory, full tables, full racks, and they're not selling it. So the number one thing that you need to deal with is the fact that you have way too much inventory. This goes for, I see Kim. Hey, Kim. This goes for LuLaRoe consultants. I hear of women who have $13,000 worth of inventory, sitting in, I've seen pictures that scare the shit out of me from LuLaRoe consultants. Scare the shit out of me. There's no way you can be successful with all that inventory unless you are at $1 million level and you're churning and burning hundreds of thousands of units a week. Okay, you're different, okay? But if most of the women I work with are making under $1 million revenue a year, and so this is for you, it's too much. Okay, Kim asked, what do you say to the LuLaRoe consultants who keep hearing, the more you have them, the more you sell? I tell them it's shit. It's not true. It's not true. And I'm going to expand on that in the next 2 tips, okay? So I totally understand the more you have, the more you can sell. The whole idea of, what is it? You got to spend money to make money. I get that, okay? However, there's a limit. That's what they don't tell you. there's a limit to how much you need to be having and actually having to be able to sell what you need to sell, okay? And the deal is, and my next two tips address this, the deal is that you're buying inventory and you're not moving through it properly. So as you keep buying more, it just stacks up. That doesn't do anyone good. It's not doing you any good. You have no free dollars to spend on new stuff. And guess what? We live in a wear now, buy now, fashion-centric society, okay? Which means women are always going to be looking for new stuff. They're always going to be wanting new stuff, and they're going to buy the new stuff. So here's what happens if you buy too much. When you buy too much, you never have new stuff because you can't sell through it quick enough and you can't turn over your inventory. So this is a concept no one talks about. How often are you turning your inventory throughout the year? What does that mean? It means literally turning it over, buying it and selling it, buying it and selling it, buying it and selling it. Now, you should be turning over at least 4 times a year. At a minimum, in a complete sense, like the whole circle of selling it. So all your inventory should be gone at least 4 times a year. Does that make sense? So this is not perfect, but to give you a very rough example, in January, you buy merchandise. By March, it's all gone. You buy more inventory in April. By April, May, June, July, it's all gone. You buy more inventory in June, July. By September, it's all gone. You buy more inventory in September, October. By December, it's all gone. That's what I'm talking about, turning it over, okay? If you're not turning your inventory, you're screwed. And I say that lightheartedly because, of course, I care about you, and this comes from the bottom of my heart. But this is one of the biggest issues I see, okay? I see women buying a lot of inventory, not actively marking it down throughout the season, and then at the end of the season, they're like, I still have so much stuff. Or during the season, they're like, I really want to buy that cute new trend thing that's on Instagram, but I don't have any money to buy it because you bought too much, okay? So your buys should be based on your sales. Does that make sense? You do not allow yourself, and I said this to a client this week. She's like, I want to buy more stuff. I was like, no, you just sell more stuff. You are not allowed to buy, if you work with me, if you're in any of my programs, you are not allowed to buy new stuff until you sell stuff and sell a lot of it, okay? You need to be at a certain point sold down to be able to replenish. That's what we call it, replenishment. So that's one of the first reasons you're screwing yourself. The second reason you're screwing yourself, ready for this one? And if you're here, say hi. Tell me who you are. Tell me what's up. Thanks for joining me. If you're probably buying too much inventory. And then the second reason you're screwing yourself is you're showing it all at the same time. You're like, oh my God, I got this whole box of new stuff. I'm going to show you all of it at once. I'm going to show you every single piece. I'm going to show you all of it. I don't know about you, but that's not exciting. That doesn't keep me on the edge of my seat. Now, there has to be a sense of urgency for a customer to want to buy. So you've got to say, you know what? We just got this in and we only got 4 of them. And I know they're going to sell out in the next week. So if you love this, I need you to buy it right now, right? Sense of urgency. There's no sense of urgency, and you're showing everything all at the same time. So everyone's seeing all your goods. It's kind of like going all the way on the first date. Probably not the best idea. Probably not going to marry that guy, right? I mean, of course, there's exceptions, but it's the same idea. Don't show all your goods at the first bat, okay? Drip. There's this theory about dripping out merchandise, dripping out content, okay? You've got to drip it out. That's where so many people go wrong. They're like, I'm going to show everything I got. No, women want new stuff. They want to see it slowly. They want to see the drip, okay? So if you're not dripping your inventory as it comes in, you can do this 2 ways. You can drip your inventory based on how it's delivering to you. So you could start to get things every single week. That's what keeps retailers really moving and turning through stuff. Or you could get stuff twice a month, once a month, and just drip it out on social media, drip it out in your store. I don't really suggest dripping it out in your store, but maybe it's something to do with your window displays. Maybe you change your window displays out every single week, so you drip it to your window displays. How can you drip more merchandise out to people so it's slowly disseminated to them and you're not constantly here? And this again is something I see with LuLaRoe consultants. Like, we can go back and forth. LuLaRoe consultants are like, okay guys, it's my Tuesday night sale. I'm gonna post all my stuff in albums. Seriously? You just killed your business. You can't show all your stuff. Even if you have a bunch of shit sitting around, you can't show it like that. You can't play that game on social media. It doesn't work. Women are so over you once they look through your albums. They're like, over to the next consultant's Facebook group. Right? They're like, oh, well, this is why so many women who love LuLaRoe are in like 12 groups, because they're like, well, this girl doesn't have any new stuff, but that girl does. And to win the game of LuLaRoe, you can't buy too much inventory and you have to slowly drip it out. And the cool part about LuLaRoe, because I really understand that business pretty well, the cool part about LuLaRoe is they ship you things every week, just like boutiques. So you can go on and order stuff whenever you want. And maybe it's changed, right? But I mean, this is pretty recently that I've worked with some LuLaRoe people, and you can get things very quickly. So like, don't go spend all your money on one delivery. Like, I even think for LuLaRoe, you should place orders like every other day when you need new stuff. Every third day, because number one, you're gonna get it in at those different drip times. And number two, you're gonna be pulling out different prints and patterns. So hopefully you'll get like some of the good ones, right? You're not gonna get like 10 of the same thing because they pulled your order all at the same time. So 1 is you're buying too much inventory. 2 is you're not dripping it. Sorry, you're just not. My third tip on why you're killing your business, and if you have questions, I'm talking so fast. If you have questions, I would love for you to post them in the comments below. If you like what I'm saying, give me some hearts. I can see that there's people watching, so hopefully you have the sound up and you're listening. So the third tip, and before I do the third tip, I'm going to tell you something that no one else knows. My one and only program that everyone loves, called the 6-Figure Blueprint, is going to be opening its doors in the next 2 to 3 weeks. And this is the only time it's going to open until the fall. So if you're looking to leave your 9-to-5 job, if you are looking to take your really new business and make it a really awesome business, boutique business, or if you are feeling like you're struggling in your boutique business, maybe you've been open 6 months to a year, this is exactly the program for you. We cover everything from Facebook ads to social selling to mindset, the dreaded word mindset. But guys, the people who are in my 12-week, it's a 12-week group program. We have calls, we have workbooks, there's a Facebook group that's private. The women that are in my group right now are effing crushing it, okay? They're like launching their websites with pizzazz. They're making more money than they ever have. They're going on Facebook Live and getting famous. Like, these women are literally crushing it, okay? And if anyone's on here that's in 6-Figure Blueprint, hi, you're crushing it. If I didn't tell you this week 4 times already. This group is amazing. We're gonna start all new in a couple weeks. So get ready for that. I'm really excited. No one else is teaching what I teach. If you have a boutique, if you have LuLaRoe, no one else is teaching what I teach. In the way I teach it, how I teach it, my clients are getting crazy results, okay? I have one client right now, she's literally like, she had a very big number to hit this month that she set up for herself. She's gonna beat it, she's gonna beat it. And it's only like March 17th. She's already like about to beat it for the month. So if you like to crush your goals, you should work with me because that's what I do and that's what I teach. So we'll move on. Third tip. The third tip. You ready for this? This is one that was inspired by my friend Ashley Alderson from the Boutique Hub. Perhaps you know her. I was on a mastermind call with her mastermind group, and she said something that was so brilliant that I've heard before, but like she just brought it up at the right time. And she said that people need to see things 7 times for them to click. 7 times. So this brings me about to, what is your social media plan? How many times are you posting items? Because the news feed moves quickly, very quickly. If you're in my Boutique Elite membership, you know from last month's social media mastery training that Facebook has a very detailed algorithm about how it's constantly updating people's news feeds, because it's getting like 200,000 million updates a minute. I don't remember the number, but people are posting stuff all the time. And so Facebook is constantly like calculating what's going on behind the scenes to know what to show your people on Facebook. So people that say to me, Facebook is dead, Instagram doesn't work, I say, no. You just don't know how to use it. There's a big difference between it doesn't work and I'm not working it, right? So here's the deal. You need to be posting more on Facebook and Instagram, period, end of sentence, okay? This, again, it piggybacks off you're giving people all your inventory at once. You're not allowing it to drip. You're not allowing it to post like 7 times. Like literally, if you don't post products 7 times, don't come to me and say, no one's buying it. Oh my God, no one's buying it. I don't know what's going on. You're not posting it enough. Now, does that mean you have to post the same item 7 times in a row? No, please don't do that. That's terrible advice. But do you need to be posting 2 to 3 times a day? Yep. Do you need to be posting a mix of products, social engagement posts, and some behind the scenes? Yes, 100%. 2 to 3 posts a day. And this is on your business page. If you guys have a private Facebook group, I don't even want to talk to you, because you're completely playing the Facebook game in a backwards way that like, I don't teach that, okay? I don't teach Facebook groups. I don't necessarily believe wholeheartedly in them. For some people, I'm down. For some people, I'm like, yep, that's your thing. But they also have a business page. Now, why don't I like Facebook groups? One, this is a whole Facebook Live I should do. I hate Facebook groups. No, that's like a strong word. I just don't think they're for everyone. I think everyone thinks, oh, a Facebook group, like you get the notifications. Well, no, you don't. Number one, you don't. That's a false factor. And here's the thing. No one can find you. No one can find your business. You're not a real business. Okay? I live in Antigua, Guatemala right now. Antigua, Guatemala. Okay? It's a pretty populous city. Quite a number of businesses here. And the main reason I go to a lot of the businesses that I go to is because they have an active Facebook page that has an address and a phone number. And I know what the hell's going on with them. They look legit. My Chinese medicine doctor, traditional Chinese medicine, you know what, want to know why I go to her? Because she has a legit Facebook page. Like, it's a real page that has an address and a phone number, and she posts on it. She doesn't even post on it much, but she posts on it. So I'm like, okay, you're real. That's the thing, guys. Facebook is the number one best free marketing machine in the world at this moment in time. And so if you're not using it in the way Facebook wants you to, which is using a business page, you're wasting your time, honestly. And I know VIP groups have worked for people. I know. I've heard it. I've heard you talk about it. I get it. But I've also heard you talk about how no one can find you. I've also heard you talk about how you can't send invoices, or you can't, like, you have all these problems because you have the VIP group, right? It doesn't track your inventory. Someone asked me today, how do I grow my e-commerce business? I said, start a Facebook page. I have seen so many women make so much money because they keep redirecting their amazing Facebook engaged people to their website. Right? How else do you get organic engagement? Facebook! Organic people are going to Facebook. Anyway, I'm going off on tangents that are full Facebook Lives that I should talk about. And don't worry, I have a whole list of new Facebook Lives that are coming at you in the next couple weeks. So, why are you sinking your business? Why are you screwing up your business? Let me recap. And I've seen no questions, so I'm not going to answer any questions because we're going to go to dinner. So, 1, you have way too much inventory. Just stop. Stop buying anything until you sell more of it. Okay? 2, you're showing all your goods like on the first day. Like drip your stuff. Drip it to your customers, especially your best customers. You gotta drip it. You gotta make it feel special. Like when you just open a box and you show everything, it's like, it doesn't make anyone feel special. And number 3 is you're not posting enough and you're not sharing it across all the platforms. So like you're posting it once on Instagram, you're telling me, oh, it's not selling. And I'm like, well, did you post it on Facebook? Did you post it every day for 3 weeks on Facebook? Don't talk, no one knows. Here's the deal, guys. People aren't paying attention to you as much as you think that they are. So that goes for a fear that comes up around whatever you're doing. People aren't paying attention. And also, it goes for the fact that people aren't seeing what you're posting because they're not seeing it. They're seeing all the other posts because you're posting like once every 3 days. They're just not seeing it. So if you really want a great Facebook strategy, if you want to know how to crush it on Instagram, if you want to make more money than you've ever made before and, be happy doing it, you should join my 6-figure blueprint course, which opens in 2 weeks. It's a 12-week online course designed for boutique owners specifically. If you're a LuLaRoe consultant, we also welcome you. We go through everything from mindset to margins to marketing. So I will teach you all this inventory stuff. I will teach you how to post on Facebook effectively to make sales. I'll teach you how to run Facebook ads to convert. I had one client who just made over $2,000 on Facebook ads just from one item because she ran Facebook ads effectively. Crazy, right? Nope, not crazy. She worked with me and I know what I'm doing. So 12-week course, 6-figure blueprint. You can always send me a private message if you want to be one of the first ones to to know about it. I am limiting the number of people that I allow in it because it is such an amazing group. And women in there do get such good results. So I want to be able to be with them all the time. And 12 weeks, group coaching. It's pretty fab. If you don't have any questions, I'm going to say goodnight. Thanks so much for joining me. My name is Emily Benson. I am the Forbes and InStyle featured founder of Stylish and Successful and The Fashion Truck. Yes, The Fashion Truck. And I am the host of the new podcast available on iTunes and Stitcher called the Boost Your Boutique Podcast. If you haven't listened yet, you have the whole weekend to listen. I have 6 amazing episodes. The one I just published this week is called The Quick Start Guide to Starting Your Boutique because so many of you are new and so many of you seems like you haven't read my book yet. So I distilled it in a podcast to hopefully send you to my book, which gives you all that information as well and more. So thank you. Have a wonderful Friday night and happy St. Patrick's Day. Thanks for joining me. Bye.